Here you go. Remember that quarter that I was telling you about that had that little ring around it? 1992. Now check this one out. See that right there? George Washington, this time looking the other way. Some gum or there or something on there. You see how that one has that ring around there too? That those are done by the mint. That's a D. 1923, and it's in really excellent condition. Now here's something interesting. Um, Let me put you on some game. You see a lot of the people that are out in the street asking for money. Now, mind you, you don't owe them anything. You know, some people have this saying, they're like, oh, I'm going to give them the money and it's on them whatever they do with it. Well, if you know that he's a drug addict or an alcoholic, it's on your head, not on their head, because you knew very well. Because you could just say, hey, how about I give you some food? Now, here's something you can do. These coins that have been coming up with these marks that the mints come up with, you could say, how much change do you have? Putting you on some kind of game right here so you can collect these coins. So you say, how much change do you have? However much change you have, I'll give it to you in dollar bills. So those vitamins. But anyhow, you can give them the change, or you can take the change from them. Don't see that they already have $1 in change and then turn around and give them $1. Because mind you, stealing is an art. I mean, why would you go to work all day? Your son says, hey, Dad, can I have $1? You're like, son, your son says, hey, Dad, can I have $1? And you're like, son, 25 cents? What do you need a penny for? Anyhow, you won't give your daughter and your son $1, but you will give some stranger $1 because you feel that they're less fortunate. And mind you, some of these people choose to be less fortunate. So send your son down to the store with $1 and say, give me back the change. And that change, you might just be coming up with quarters that are wanted by people who collect coins, rare coins. Oh wow, you can see this on the opposite side, on the eagle too, like the circle, if you look at it right. Where'd the other one go? This one is yeah. Got to put my goggles on. So usually, if there's one like a misprint on the front side, it's possible that there's a misprint on the back side. This one has it very. This one right here has it very lightly, just on the front of George Washington's face. So you can see that little scratch right there that's made by the mint. Well, sometimes it goes all the way through, and sometimes the numbers and everything end up on the backside as well. But this one I just noticed. I thought it was only on the front until I looked at it. And then around where the eagle is, it has that circle there too. Huh, that's kind of interesting. Anyhow, these are like collector's items. You know? Well, you could send them to places, and like I said, they'll send them back in a small thing, you know, a little plastic type little container, and it'll give you the grade of the material. Then you can turn around and take those to auctions. And when you take them to auctions, like somebody might say, "Hey, I'll offer you $8,000," and then you go to an auction, and the bid is starting at $8,000. And mind you, there's people in there that'll have money because they're collectors. They might keep it for themselves, or they might know somebody who, you know, say they have a 1975 that had a mint error. Now they want a 1976, 1977, and so on. And some people just want to collect them because they're mint marks that were made into mistakes, and they're just mistakes. Never in my life did I ever thought that I would get two of them, let alone one. You know? Never in my life, because I would look at all these quarters, you know, and then I would look at all these different things, and I would look them up online, all these old coins that I have. And some of these, you know, pennies that I have, they weigh 3.1, and that's what you want. And that they're also, some of them, there's not all of them have to be in condition, but they prefer them that way, where you can look on the back and you can still see the steps, that everything is not just completely rubbed off. Like you find some nickels that you might find them at a certain date. Like I have a 1968 nickel, I have a 1951, and so forth and so on and stuff like that. Well, with some of them, what they have is that the stairs on the building that's kind of been like if it was just rubbed out from circulation. And some people have probably just been collecting these coins for forever. Now here's something that I lived in this house when I was remodeling it, and I was living in it. And these people had a bedroom that was just full of quarters, dimes, nickels, and they were all silver. Because what they did, they just had this particular room, and they would just get their change and they would toss it in there. Then later on, when I cleaned it out, they had forgotten about it. I took them some bags, and they were like, "Wow, why would you do that?" Like, well, I'm not a thief, and I don't ever know if I should ever regret something like that, because it was theirs. They just forgot about it. Later on, well, anyway, stay tuned for more information.